Today's horoscope and tarot reading from Astrocademy, Sagittarius, March 11, 2022. Today's transits promote your attention to your broader goals and dreams today. Mind-expanding activities are a strong draw, or learning opportunities emerge. Discussions with someone special can figure strongly. In truth, sharing your ideas and dreams can boost you or a relationship. You might enjoy a healthy escape, and your forward-looking, positive attitude attracts interesting experiences or people. For now, you tend to look forward to new plans and projects rather than worry about the intricacies of the present. It's a generally fine time for instruction, guidance, and advice or broadening your interests. Luna continues to glimmer through your exotic 9th house of expansion, but it will collide with lucky Jupiter, celestial ruler of your 7th house of significant others, in the process. Crushing on someone who's at a distance from you? You could experience a lucky break during this time, especially when it comes to travel or spontaneous adventure. Never say never. Luna will simultaneously sextile your planetary ruler, Mercury, which means communicating your truth could suddenly feel a whole lot easier than usual. Luna's square to Mars, however, could be the reason you start to overthink or complicate things. Stay grounded, and don't sweat the small things. The everlasting square between Mars and Jupiter could be closer to resolution than conflict today, as you may have a better perspective of the opportunities to learn something new or hone a skill in your job. You may have to change your attitude about the opportunities so that you can experience something greater in your work. Since the moon has entered Aquarius, there is an emotional drive to learn something unique. You may want to consider a learning niche skill or subject to stand out in your line of work. Thanks to the moon's departure from your financial sector yesterday, your financial instincts and imagination are not only fueled, but you will feel more emotionally and intuitively engaged as Venus, the planet of money, moves into her final 10 days in direct motion here. As she slows to a crawl, Venus' influence becomes more potent, something that you have an intuitive read on and can easily adjust to. Today, you feel like hiding away from the world. You find it more difficult than usual to talk to people, and your relations suffer as a result. Maybe you need to reflect to find out what's causing these problems. Talking about it could help too. Your friends could then assist you. After all, that's what friends are for. A strange tip from an acquaintance or coworker will solve a long-standing enigma. It's amazing how information works, isn't it? The smallest pieces can complete the biggest puzzles. If you're looking for someone new to date, try not to be so obvious about your intentions. It's far too easy or others to spot this type of behavior. You need to use some charm and sincerity. Look within yourself and pause for a moment to think before making your move, and first consider the other person's feelings. An excellent planetary aspect is occurring that elevates your emotional world to the height of the mountaintop. Looking at your emotions with perspective is a healthy practice that bolsters self-confidence. Consciously creating this perspective on a regular basis is the goal of yoga. Finding the right yoga discipline and routine might be your goal this season. The lymphatic system that controls our immune system is also greatly helped by yoga. Welcome to an ambitious day. Don't be surprised if you find yourself really thinking over your career and the goals you have set for yourself. Sometimes you can reach a point where the things you thought you wanted change. This is a result of growth and expansion. As you grow, so will some of your goals. Regardless of how far you are in the pursuit of your ambitions, if there's a part of you that thinks that possibly you need to turn your focus in another direction, give this serious consideration. Watch closely for a tendency to want to do too much early today. The moon heads to the top of your solar chart, placing emphasis on responsibilities, performance, and duty for a couple of days. Adjusting your timelines or methods may be in order. With Mars in your solar sixth these days, you're getting in touch with your desire to produce and organize. Today, you gravitate towards activities that improve your life in small but significant ways. You're motivated and engaged, and you're also ready to go all in. A Mars-Saturn transit helps you tie everything together well. You might also manage to balance work and personal interests in satisfying ways. Your tarot reading for today. The Lovers, the Sun, and the World. These cards show that an existing relationship with a man has become too stressful for you. It must now be changed or ended. This man was born under the sign of Taurus, and you met him in your business environment. You will have to make a decision about this relationship during the month of March 2022. Even if you prefer not to think about it today, you know deep inside yourself that it can't continue this way. Something will have to happen, and according to the cards, it will be brutal and sudden. The first card shows that the event will take place quickly, and the second shows that it will change the vision that one of you has of the other. It could as well be a disappointment as a pleasure. You like dreaming about a long-lasting future with this man. You sometimes catch yourself thinking about it during the day when your mind wanders, and suddenly you are in the sunshine at the beach by the sea with that person by your side. Don't you think that sometimes you should face reality with a bit more confidence? Dreams have their limits, and if you want them to become reality, sometimes you have to get things going by stirring up the hornet's nest. As you know, the cards never lie, and this draw clearly shows that a lack of initiative generates too many misunderstandings in your relationship with this man. He may not continue to be as involved with you if you continue avoiding difficult subjects. From his side, his feelings for you seem to be pretty well rooted, and he is not sure he could get away from you without regretting it for a long time. However, your fates are confused, and as you may have noticed in the past, there is only one truth for you: love. Our eyes in the sky. An especially cosmic day is here, as the stars above us engage in a dazzling heaven's dance. Quiet time spent in reflection is highly recommended because the moon opposes Neptune later in the morning, making us all overly emotional wrecks. This also brings even more chances that you'll simply have the wrong idea about everything. Be careful also not to over-idealize anyone. Someone could easily take advantage of you if you put too much trust in them. Later in the evening, the moon trines Pluto, and you may not be able to see how much influence people you admire have over you. Be careful and make sure that they aren't manipulating you. This would be an ideal day to have a psychic reading or therapy session because it could expose secrets from past lives or reveal things from your subconscious. Because this is an inquisitive transit, you might find yourself wanting to discuss psychology as well. Ask questions, but be careful not to seem obsessive about it. You aren't the only one who isn't perceiving everything exactly right. With the moon in critical perfectionist today, you might be harder on yourself and the people around you more than usual. There's nothing wrong with having high expectations, but when you veer into extreme negativity, that's when the problems start. If you're a boss or parent, be very careful what you say to your employees. Your words have a big effect on people today, and you have the ability to crush dreams with your criticism or lift spirits with your encouragement.